As Uganda is preparing for the national election, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveny of Uganda recently gave very serious warning towards an international media personnel, Larry Madowo, born from Kenya. Considering the reports that Larry Madowo gave towards the election that recently happened in Tanzania, the president was scared that the CNN reporter would give wrong reports towards the election that is going to happen in Uganda, of which that might not be very true. And now let's see what President of Uganda had to say.
Those international media sometimes are inciting, especially when African countries are having elections. Next year we will be having general elections here in Uganda. Please tell people like Larry Madowo not to step their feet here. I saw what you did in Tanzania, but I don't want to see you here in Uganda. You will receive fire. Stay away.
After a standing warning and being barred from setting his foot in the nation of Uganda, Larry Madowo still had to appear in the campaign of Bobi Wine and giving a report on how Bobi Wine has managed to capture the attention of many men that are following him as his supporters in the nation of Uganda.
Bobi Wine wants Ugandans to sing a new tune. The musician turned politician is running for president for a second time. Nearly twice his age, President Yoweri Museveny is also running for a seventh term. When the former general came to power after a civil war in 1986, Bobi Wine was just 4 years old.
I believe that General Museveny largely views Uganda as his personal property, as his family property, and he views us as slaves.
It is our time to change our future.
Bobi Wine accuses security forces of using violence to stop him from campaigning. At the stop in northern Uganda, supporters formed a protective shield around the candidate as military officers whipped them. One of his closest aides was wounded.
Look at what the police and the military are doing to us for no crime whatsoever.
The Electoral Commission condemned the incident that is now under investigation. He says more than 450 members of his party and supporters have been imprisoned during the campaign, others tortured or disappeared.
Some people have been shot dead at my rally, and I know the regime has me as the main target.
Why won't you be allowed to campaign freely?
Well, I believe it is fear. It is fear that General Museveny knows that he has no support. Every time I go out to campaign, I know that somebody is going to be beaten, somebody is going to be killed, run over by the police, shot with live bullets, and all that.
The UN Human Rights Chief has condemned widespread arbitrary arrests, detentions, and the use of unnecessary or disproportionate force against the opposition. CNN filmed hundreds of police, military, and special forces at Bobi Wine's rallies in the capital, Kampala. They blocked him from using some roads, beat up some supporters, and tear-gassed bystanders.
Everywhere Bobi Wine goes, there's dozens of police officers, soldiers. It always ends up in a scuffle. And right now they're blocking his way from coming into a rally venue. And that's tear gas. Before he's even inside, we're hearing that sound like live shots. Tear gas in every direction. Tear gas in every direction. It's really become a chaotic scene. And this happens at every Bobi Wine.
Police told CNN that they were forced to use tear gas here to disperse people and clear a busy intersection. They have repeatedly denied that they're specifically targeting Bobi Wine or his campaign.
We all benefit from coming out of this election with the most minimal damage on individuals and property.
There are 6 other candidates running for Uganda's top job, but January's election is largely a rematch between the president and the pop star.
In a free and fair election, can you beat President Museveny?
If 2021 was a free and fair election, I would be president already.
Will this be a free and fair election?
This is not an election to begin with. This is war.
Before he's even inside, we're hearing that sound like live shots. Tear gas in every direction. Tear gas in every direction. it's really become a chaotic
Of course,
scene.
a democratic state should not have such scenarios that we get to see, like those happening in Uganda right now. And on the other challenges, the presidential candidate has been barred from accessing some regions in the country during his campaign, and this has stated that Uganda has not yet matured to the democratic state. Also, the presidential candidate Bobi Wine has complained that a good number of his followers has been arrested, some has been shot, and some has been actually rammed by the police vehicle. This is a scenario that we do not expect in the current world of today. It would be good to give a chance for a new candidate to try so that we get to see and appreciate the growth of Uganda as a state.
Leave me alone. The Mulwana, don't fight with them. Don't fight with the officers. It is
Alors, nani mungia panda hii, mungia panda, mblock ya tap. Alors, kimbia block mbele. Alafu tuone.
Dear international community, this is what is happening in Uganda. Extend it.
Tusimame sasa. Tusimame. Simama.
My job, you know, you have responsibility. Put the camera on that man. Put the camera on that man. Bakuba President Emigo. 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 Simatogenda nnyo. Vayo Gokero. Well, Tata Junior, we know you, sir. So pretend. We stay with your kids. Pretend. President yali mwaka akavuyo. Kola baba mukuba olukuba. Bamukuba olukuba. Bakubye President Emigo. Abasajja b'amagye bano. Dani Magic bamwasizza omutwe. Dani Magic bamwasizza omutwe. Look what they're doing to us. Ambulance. Where's ambulance? It's okay. We have not done anything wrong. We have not done anything wrong. The Twina Musambo was there. Mera ba majewe kali mkweiza. Na ba police jani mukona. What are you doing? Look what the police is doing. Our right to campaign.
People power! People power!
Ani atasikize ku kiboko oli. Ogirabya nti tososola. Sole. Ayaya ngirabye. Amaje gakyesoma muddamu gali mu kupanga lukwe. Komawo mutuusaako obulabe nkugambye. Bana abasajja tebayagadde tuyingire eggulu.
Abayaye balumbye ne bonona buli kimu nga poliisi ebagadinga. Thugs keep attacking us, guarded by the police and the military. And now they are beating us for campaigning in a place that the Electoral Commission knows was supposed to be campaigning. The Electoral Commission knows was supposed to be campaigning here. Look at what they are doing to us.
Zo number plate balina okuziggyako kuba bye bakola bimenya amateeka zo baziggyeko. Sajja kinkubye omuggo ku mutwe nange n'ekikanga n'ekigamba taata Junior I know you. Balum bateesa ataaka endala baddemu bamusaleko.
Hello? Hello?
Hold on, wait.
Let's go, guys.
Tugende. Let's go. Hold on.
Hello?
Sorry, no posso katufeko. Tambula jamasi. Neno na yawa Yesu. Just a minute. Wali munene yasinga obukambwe ayagala kuyola buyozi president. Waliwo ali muleya. Lebosi waligenze maaso kamera zirimu yawo.
People power!
Well, based on what has just happened, this is the 7th time that President Museveny is campaigning or vying for the presidential office after have been secured the seat of power for more than 40 years. I believe that it was the right time for President Museveny to allow another leader to lead the Republic of Uganda, as Ugandans also would desire to have the taste of another leader leading their nation. But the controversies appears when the president's campaign is quite peaceful and actually with a lot of security, but that of Bobi Wine, whom is the opposition leader, appears to have more chaos, violence, tear gas and canisters. This is one of the things that democracy does not stand for. So, good people, if you believe that what is happening right now in Uganda, or the campaign of elections that are going on in Uganda, are going to bear good fruits, if you are certain that President Museveny is going to allow the seat of power to Bobi Wine, if Bobi Wine will have actually won in the election, please leave us your comment at the comment section. Thank you for having time to watch our channel. Do have a good time. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and take care.